Welcome back. We earlier talked about the soft power and how important is it when it comes to bilateral relations and creating a strong bond between different nations. And the culture and art is one of the main tools of the soft power. And of course, when we talk about the art and culture, Egypt would come in the first place to mention because Egypt is rich with history, it's rich with its culture, diverse culture, and it's also rich with different arts. And we're very delighted to be having with us over the phone Mr. Osama Fateem. He's a journalist and a critic. Good morning, Mr. Fateem.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. Let's first give a definition from your own perspective of soft power.
Well, I cannot give my own perspective. It's the term has been coined by Joseph Nye Jr. of Harvard University, and it's basically the term came from politics, not from art. So the main thing was to want other nations, when a country gets other countries to want what it wants, might be called cooperative or soft power rather than hard command or ordering other people or other countries to do what it wants. And the main coin is that include culture, political values, values in general, foreign policies, and so on. And it's actually a metric measurable and using quantitative methods and stuff like that to put who is here and what is number one in soft power and how it does it. So it's sports is part of it. Winning gold medals during the Olympics is part of it, and so on. So it's rather a very large issue, and Egypt is, according to the ranks that has been the Global Soft Power Index, Egypt is not among the first 10. Unfortunately, the UAE is number 10 this year. But, of course, if we are not in the first 10, that doesn't mean that we don't have that power. We just need to work more on it. So, yes, culture, sports, music, movies, all kinds of arts are part of our soft power, and it is there is an abundance in it actually in Egypt.
Right, for years and years, for decades, Egypt has been.
So it's not. It has been a build-up situation. We've been building up since the 1920s and more, and even before that. Since the movie started coming on, so people, that was the entertainment at that point, so people believed in it. Even, I want to give you a very, I mean, it's a known example that the Eastern Jews, when they went to Israel, every week on Friday evening, there was an Egyptian movie playing on their TV. And so that was part of since the 1960s, so maybe more. So that is part of soft power. So we already had their hearts in that issue. But Egypt is there. We just need to be more effective in using it.
Right. For years and decades, Egypt has been recognized worldwide as a Mecca and a hub for art and culture, and has been, attracting everyone, every culture, every people, every person from all walks of life to be able to come over here. I mean, this is the blooming, Egypt is blooming, those days or currently, as we are not only becoming a hub for culture and art, but also conferences, entertaining events and festivals and all that, because this is the modern life. So talk to us about the power of culture and art and entertainment and festivities and all these activities when it comes to soft power, even with politics.
Exactly. So yes, we have been competing, let's put it that way, with other regional powers in the area on getting. I mean, between Saudi Arabia and the UAE, and even Kuwait. Sometimes it's to bring international arts or to basically spread our arts as well. So we are thankful for them to make the concerts and stuff like that in their countries, but using our art and our artists. As for us here doing that, we are doing our best. So we have the festivals, the movie festivals. We have the Alamein, I think, festival going on right now. And the participation is not as, it's not felt, unfortunately, enough due to the heat, due to the space or the distance and so on. But yes, we are doing that.
Right. How did, I mean, how did language and history and culture and political geography succeed in playing a major role in boosting the soft power of Egypt? I mean, our culture played a role. Our language is also simple, and you know, the our history in songs, in art, and everything is very popular, and
Yes,
that's why it has
and I'll give you
attracted
that.
different
It's location, location,
cultures.
location, like they say in real estate. Yes, Egypt has been geographically and historically has been the center of the old world, and then we've been occupied by almost all the colonial powers, whether old or new, and that was made us an early melting pot for everyone, for all the cultures. So you'll find Egyptians can trace their roots to Persia, they can trace their root to Sudan, and even Greece, and so on. So we have, plus the Arab, Saudi or Arabia in general. So yes, we are there. We are doing the best we can, and we are among the most open countries to other cultures. But again, I'll have to be metric here and scientific again. Credibility is the main thing, meaning and the consistency of that credibility. Meaning that unfortunately we cannot split the political power from the soft power, and the depending on how good we look on the international stage in general, people will believe in our media, in our propaganda, and actually the most case is that the best propaganda is no propaganda, meaning that we leave that to the people, the artists, the painters, all these guys who do their job because they love it, because they're good at it. And whether this is accepted or influential enough remains to be seen currently. But yeah, historically, we have been dominating the stage.
Right. How did the location of Egypt on the map of the world give it a geopolitical importance, in the sense of Egypt also is religiously important. Egypt also have a strong, share when it comes to the religious tourism, and when it comes to history, like the part of the Holy Family, like other instances in religions, in different religions. Egypt have hosted different religions on its land. This is also very important when it comes to soft power. If you like to elaborate.
Totally. There is some sort of pilgrimage. People go to Jerusalem. Christianity has been, of course, Egypt has been Christian before it became Muslim. And the path of the Holy Family is just one aspect. But the history of the church, of the Coptic church, is amazing. Unfortunately, even normal or layman Egyptians do not know about it a lot. And the current Pope, or the Coptic Pope have influence technically on Russia, because they are following the Orthodox sect, if you want, not Catholic, as well as Ethiopia, which is, again, a soft power that can be turned into political influence, and it has not been used to its fullest, to say the least, so far. So yes, the Christian part has to be, see, we have to know it first as Egyptians in order to export it. So yeah, making touristic visitations and stuff like that is wonderful. We hope to make it more, but that's not only it. We Egyptians, we have to be proud of all our cultures, all our heritage, including the ancient Egyptians, the Christian history or the Coptic history, as well as the Muslim one. So just the visitation or the path of the Holy Family, I mean, that's the only thing that we know about as cultured people or trying to know more. But there's much more in the Christian thing, and it's not used again to the fullest, as I said.
Right. Also talking about Egypt in the sense of it's very popular when it comes to, you have never heard the word racism. You have never heard the word intolerance. I mean, these are two major defects in any country. However developed it could be, it would destroy any culture. I mean, Egypt have hosted different nationalities ever since the history started. I mean, different nationalities have lived together with Egyptians. They have accepted them. They have never excluded any nationality. They have never excluded any, I mean, different sect or different ethic or anything. Also, the sense of the tolerance of different religions. Jews have lived in Egypt. And Christians, of course, Egypt is originally Coptic. And, you know, Egypt is away from any of those trades of, that you found them in any other country. If you like to quickly elaborate about those two important elements in Egypt, the tolerance and
the racism or non-existing of racism. Yes, tolerance-wise, it has been more of a forced migrations, if you want. So yeah, we accepted other people, and actually currently we have Iraqis, Syrians, Sudanese living with us, equals, all right? And of course, everybody has their problems. I'm not saying that it's not there, but we are not, the word racist cannot apply. As I said, we are an early melting pot, so really, if you see Egyptians, you'll find dark-skinned and you'll find blonde. All are Egyptians. And what makes them Egyptians is their culture and the way they talk and the way they behave and so on.
Right.
So that's one thing. So yeah, we are a receptive country. We have been, that has been the case forever.
Right.
I mean, literally since the old empire, the 30th dynasty fell by the Persians. They've been living among us.
Right.
They didn't all leave, and then the Greeks, the Romans, the Arabs, and so on.
Right.
So it has been I'm proud. Let's put it that way. Despite of all the problems, and that will occur everywhere, but no, Egypt cannot be tamed or coined as a racist country. It has never been the case. Yes, we will find some racist behavior here and there, but it is not the major or the main characteristic of Egyptians.
Right, Mr. Osama Fateem, the journalist and critic, would like to thank you so much. Talking to The Breakfast Show, you have a good day. And by this, we come to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show for today. Many thanks to all of you until we see you again tomorrow morning. That's a goodbye.